Okay, we are live. Morning. I think what we're going to do today here, I'm going to check on some experiments real quick. And then for the next hour, hour and a half or so, I'm going to just go through all of our environments, get some nice clean configs for them, run some experiments, kind of work towards having a very easy benchmark suite for the next release, and we'll see from there. Let's check back in on this. Okay, so look at this. And this is interesting, right? So is this curve shallower? It looks to me like this might eventually intersect. So we'll have to see about that. And then right here, these two are like virtually on top of each other, I think. Yeah, virtually on top of each other. Okay. So it's a little better early on. No big deal. It's about the same. Let me think what the best way to do this is. I think we push this. So we can do multiple runs at the same time on different boxes. So this is now up there, and what we're going to do is we're going to just pull this on a couple different boxes, and I think in parallel, we're just going to go through a few different environments, try to run some good baselines, and see if we can get like good trained models, just one right after another for most of our tasks. So I've got Puffer Box 4 here. I think this is free. Yeah, this is free. We also give access to these boxes to contributors, by the way. So if any folks are interested in contributing and working on some cool stuff, that is a thing that we do. I gotta pull this first and then we can push that. Zero, and then where did our box go? Here. And then we will get our sweep graphs up. And I think we'll just start like recording on here. Okay. And okay, there's our first one right there. So this one is pretty much fine out of the box. Maybe log interval so we get a cleaner curve or something, but this is pretty much fine out of the box. See if this works. Okay, so this one doesn't work. There's some sort of bug here. This is probably batch size shenanigans, I would imagine. I want to see what happens if I just like do this. Okay, that's running. Multiprocessing. Enduro is such a cool env. It doesn't make any sense for us to have it in a state where we're not actively using it. Okay, so this is not optimizing or anything here. If I do this, it should work, right? See if that trains. We've got breakout. Breakout seems to be running. This is Enduro. Breakout here, 600. Enduro. Course to pass. Enduro score variable is not good. It you want like days completed or whatever. So there it is. You can see it's completing the first day right here. Should go straight up. Snake as well. Okay, so this is training. It's just not. We'll have to get bet on optimal hypers and stuff. I mean, I'm sure he has them. I probably just removed him from there, huh? What do you have gamma as? That's the only one that really matters. He has gamma as 0.97. So we might want to retry that with slightly lower gamma. Though this is working. Like, these days completed, this is already very good perf. We'll get all of these running first, and then I think what we'll do is we'll go through, and I want to get like a normalized score variable for every single end, so you can get them all on one plot as like 0 to 1 or whatever. Stays completed graph is good. Is this breakout? This looks like breakout crashing back down a little bit. So not ideal here. I think that there is still something to fix with our experience buffer though. I just don't want to do that first thing in the morning here because that's actually going to be like really fiddly. So I'd rather just run a bunch of these experiments, get all of these in generally a good spot. We'll see if we can get that normalized score variable, get like a nice run script, and then we will have a much more powerful way to check on potential issues. We're at 93 mil, 90 score, that's decent. Thing we're looking at with Snake is whether it keeps going up to like 100-ish, or 97 maybe. Okay, so Enduro continuing to clear more and more days is good. The collisions are going to keep going up because it's living for longer, I believe. This is a 40,000 step episode. Enduro is actually a very long game. It's self-similar, but it's very long. Okay, so far so good there. This will be done in a minute. We can also kind of just start on the normalized score stuff while we wait. So my idea there is to just add like normalized score. Yeah, that's good. Is there a max score? Where does max score get set? I don't think this thing gets set. Oh yeah, okay. It gets set really janky right now, but it does get set. This should cast a float, right? Same thing here. Max score, and we do have a max score there as well. Okay. How we doing on Snake? Okay, we take a dip towards the end here, which is not good. So I definitely think that there's something screwy with our episode index logic. And that's definitely going to be one of the main things we'll have to test. It's not like totally crashing runs, it seems, but it's not ideal. Now, it's a bit tough to figure out like max length in snake, right? I think what we have to do with the ones that have like no technical max is we just pick a score we think is really good and then we clip at that score, and when we eventually beat that, then we just keep going up with that clip. Does that make sense? So we just like pick a score with some headroom. This is on the old logging branch as well. Bet has been working on updating all the ends to the new logging. I actually shouldn't touch this one in particular because Bet has a PR on this. Do Enduro. Okay, this doesn't get used. This was from earlier. Days completed. What do we expect that this is going to be? Oh, this is like perfect linear, isn't it? Huh. 10. We'll give it 10. Hey, welcome. So we'll just arbitrarily say that if you complete 10 days, then you've won. Because there's no win condition in this game. Days. Yeah, we'll just arbitrarily say that this is the max. Because we need something, we need some way to put all these M's on the same graph. And 10 days is pretty good. Okay, what other M's do we have here? Cart pull's super easy. Max steps, termination, and then where's score? Bet, did you not add score? Dang it, Bet. Is there a max, or is it termination steps or something? Max steps. Probably need to cast. Alright, so we'll do something like this for now. This one's done. Let's run. Let me make sure cart pole actually is a working env. It should train like instantly. Oh, bed is already on here. That's weird. Oh, it's because he doesn't have the CUDA kernel. That's fine. How does it not have... Okay, so this needs a few things. Seed. Yeah, this is on the wrong process. Lego. Oh, I know what that is. Okay. Yeah, this is jank. Um, yeah, this is super jank, but there are limitations right now on how many M's you can run because I have to fix some CUDA kernels. However, that should have worked. That definitely should have worked. Oh, but he has all these freaking separate params on here. Yeah, you don't need any of these, my guy. The only one you need is total time steps. Which is, what's this? 130. 13 million. That's funny. 20 million step cartful run. So that doesn't look like it trains. Let's fix gamma. There we go. It's always just gamma. We should be happy with that. Get out of here, bot. All right. Next up will be, we can probably do connect 4, right? Needs to be fixed. Hang on, that should have worked, shouldn't it have? Oh, I bet it's this thing, right? Oh no, I'm dumb. Here, I'm dumb. I'm really dumb. Okay. This is 8, 8, 4, and then if they're 8 M's, each one should get 512. MOBA we need to fix action space for, right? There's like something I did screwy with action space. Okay, this runs. And Connect 4 seems like it trains as well. Totally fine. Now this is going to be really crappy gamma though. So let's do gamma. Let's do that. That should make it way easier to learn. Wrong block, dummy. MOBA just takes forever to report stats. Otherwise it should be fine. Connect 4 is training nicely. Radiant victory. Yep, this is in 30 mil steps. This is now winning. Perfect. Now, are we going to get stuck here, or are we going to actually full solve? That's a full solve. We're happy with that, over 99. This can be 30 mil. Cool. MOBA is... Yeah, no need to even have it run this long. Oops. Okay, we're happy with that. Hardware, maybe? Don't really need these on Neptune. So let's get hardware to work. T2048 should be fine. Wait, isn't 2048? Okay, now I'm curious why this is broken because... Oh, each of these has a ton of agents though, right? Agents, yeah, 4 agents each, so this should be 512. Snakes. I thought, This just hasn't recompiled. Okay, so here's Rware. That's optimizing. Can do tower climb. Give you 2048 Ms. Oh, hang on. Pretty epic you do these live streams. Thank you. Hey, Olivia. Pretty epic. Yeah. So it's just do all the dev streams live. I don't know why not, right? It's kind of just good all around. People getting into programming get to see like a lot of the decisions I make live. People getting into RL get a lot of information. People who have questions about PufferLib get stuff answered live. Support gets done live. People get interested in contributing. I review contributions live. So like if you PR stuff and want code review, I do that live. It's just good all around. And you kind of just get used to live streaming everything very quickly. Hey, welcome, Akash. We are currently just attempting to get all of the M's training with like reasonable perf, and then I'm gonna get it so that all the M's report a normalized score from 0 to 1, so that I can just have like one script launch all the different training runs, and then give me back perf on all of them. Which really shouldn't take that long, I think. The only environment that takes a really long time to train is Neural MMO3. Everything else is like pretty good. And that's just Neural MMO3 is hard. That's all it is. This should be 2048. Now there's still a whole bunch of like bugs and limitations and things in the dev branch that I have to address, but I've kind of been doing that for the last couple weeks, and I'm a little tired of it. So I figured we'd have a little fun today with this. So I'm going to do this until 10, another 40 minutes or whatever. And then I'm going to get breakfast, get some exercise. and then I'm going to come back, and hopefully the goal today is that we have like good, nice performance on all of these different runs. We have all the plots on, we have like all the different metrics on one plot or whatever. Maybe not all of them. Maybe we don't put Neural MMO 3 on just because it's like all the experiments take 5 minutes and then Neural MMO 3 takes 3 days. So we'll see about that one. I just do this. Does it just work? Thank you. Okay, so this just works now. So squared didn't work before, which was really concerning because squared's a very easy env. And now it just works. Hey Nishant, welcome. Oh, man, I like getting the regular streams in as well, because then people realize that I'm like always live and we get regular viewers. I've seen Nishant and Akash have been here quite a while, it seems. I do actually have plans for there's a new puffer facility, and I'm going to have a very nice streaming setup there. Shoot, I am realizing I'm gonna have to reinstall this server to do that, but it'll work. And then we'll have like very regular streams because the whole schedule is like zero friction. Okay, so tower climb is not working. Everything else is working. Tower climb is not working. Oh, I think that it was working and crashed though, right? And let's log this and then let's just see if we do better than Spencer's default params just by like deleting them. Just using our defaults. And then what did he have as gamma? 9.8. So we'll give him gamma. We'll give him, that actually seems high. Let's do that. Okay, so now we'll have 2 different tower climb runs going. Yeah, I think this is a stability issue, not like a learning issue, because this is 82% solve, and then I'm pretty sure this will crash down. Drop Discord. Discord's discord.gg/puffer. I am open to commissioning like basically stream overlay, like, you know, the things where you just like partition all the windows nicely. But I mean, as you can see, this is more technical stream. It's not like gaming themed. But hey, if you do stuff that would make sense for that, then sure. I am interested in getting like a couple nice scene like scene overlays. I usually have like this one and then like a vertical one for reviewing papers. But whatever really makes sense with screen space. Okay, so this is pretty funny. I just pasted my default hyperparams that I use for everything in, and we outperform Spencer's defaults, like that are manually tuned for this. We'll see whether this is stable or not. We may as well let this finish running for the 2 minutes. But yeah, I think the new Muon stuff is really, really good. Like I've had a few people tell me that they didn't see very much out of Muon, but I honestly I just don't think that they're like they bothered retuning hypers. Like people have over optimized to Atom because with Puffer, right, we can run so many experiments and we can retune stuff. Like we got a massive, massive difference with the new optimizer. It literally makes RL feel like a different field. Like me just deleting all the tuned hyperparameters and using whatever defaults and having stuff still train, that is unheard of in RL. Yeah, so actually you can see this one is crashing back down. We'll see how this one does, if this actually crashes later or not. But so far this has been fine. It's like stable 92. What else do we need? We haven't done triple triad, right? This, and then gamma 12.95. Honestly, the only thing that's really left as the main impediment is gamma's kind of evil. It's not even that bad because it's like it's pretty stable now, but if you have like a very long horizon continuous end or you have like a card game, you do have to set gamma or it just won't work. That's really nowhere near as big of a limitation though as it used to be. I guess we'll have to do sensitivity analysis to see like, do you really have to fine tune gamma or do you just kind of have to set it to something reasonable? But yeah, look, just changing this gamma and like these hypers, this is pretty good. Oh, are we crashing? I can't tell. No, we're fine. We're fine. Oh, we did crash a little bit here. Yeah, okay, so there is instability for sure. There is instability. We're gonna have to see how this works. We will have to see how this works once I fix experience buffer stuff. Yeah, this is like fully crashed. But we get 92% for quite a good while before that. How is triple triad? Okay, that's a very nice smooth curve, right? It's a very smooth curve. Do I have art stuff in my Discord here? No. I presume that means actually was bot, because if not bot, would have heard Discord channel and posted most likely. That's funny. Does anybody know if because I've had like a lot of these. Does anybody know if it's like actually artists just trying to automate their advertising or if it's a scam? Because I've definitely gotten ones that seem like it was literally just artists trying to advertise, which is like, that's chill, right? Okay. So this is nice. We still have this instability, see? I think that this is probably down to the experience buffer being screwy, though. I think that's probably down to that. Because we've never seen this type of a thing happen before. And it's probably the way that we redid the experience buffer. Okay, did I miss any environments? Blastar. I did miss Blastar. Blastar. I'm going to probably do both of these. This will break, 2048. Oops. The main thing is the gamma. I bet this will work. I bet it'll just work. We'll run it two ways. Whereas Olivia, if you're not a bot, it's discord.gg/puffer. You can feel free to drop stuff in there. Because I am actually in the market for some new overlays. Well, some overlays. I don't really have any. My guess is bot, though. Does this not give us stats? Or does it just take a while? This doesn't give us stats. Bet. Hey bro, can you tell me how I can prepare for ML AI? If it's general ML and AI, go take CS231N with the lectures by either Justin or Andre. And Andrej. And if you are interested in RL specifically, I have a quick start guide on puffer.ai. It's just in the blog. This is a lot more accessible for RL specifically than a lot of the content out there, though it does assume that you have enough basic deep learning background to be able to read some blogs and papers. Okay, so this one doesn't print, and this one does print. Oh no, it does. It just takes forever. Zero knowledge of ML. CS231N. And if CS231N is too hard, then you're gonna have to start from like a lot of basics. It really depends on where you are and like where you are in life and stuff, right? Because I don't know if I'm talking to you know, somebody pivoting in their 30s or if I'm talking to somebody who's in high school, right? Um, if you're relatively early on and you haven't gotten the math background or anything, like you just need basic, really only different derivative. You don't even need integral calculus, but multivariable differential calculus and linear algebra, and you need to be very comfortable working with matrices and tensors. And then CS231N, followed by specialization to whatever specific subarea of AI. If you have some math background, if you've, you know, done some sort of university engineering math or whatever, and you have some good programming background, then just 231N into whatever you want to work on. Knowledge of C and C++, 2 years in web dev. Depending on how much math you've taken, then you can probably just do CS231N and start working on some projects. That's the usual go-to. Having a low-level engineering background actually will help you a lot, though, because most like AI researchers are very, very bad with low-level development. It's actually one of my strongest assets at the moment, and something I just picked up fairly recently. You do at least need to have some understanding, though, of the math behind it. It's not that much math, especially for like an engineering discipline. It's really not that much math, but you do need to pick up a little bit of it. You'll want to catch up in morning or afternoon tomorrow? Yeah, Spencer, I'm around tonight. I'm around all day tomorrow. Also, I got I don't know what like good solve rate is on Tower Climb, and there's some bugs with the experience buffer in dev that make it occasionally crash all the way. But I literally just deleted all your hyperparams, pasted in the defaults, and got 92%. It was at like 89 with your hypers before that. I think that you probably had it full solved at some point, but we're gonna just have to like fix some stuff with the experience buffer. Never had full solve? Okay. I don't know what your best was then, but literally like the default hypers are pretty damn good for almost everything. The only thing I haven't seen them work on is Neural MMO3. But yeah, we have a lot of cool stuff we can chat about doing here. I'm really happy with all the new stuff in dev. They're just like a few rough edges I gotta sand off, but we're really well positioned to do a lot of cool stuff for Puffer on the open source side and also professionally. High 80s for easy. Is it on easy by default? Because whatever it is on default, I got 92. Okay. Well, we got 92, and we got 92 very quickly into training. Blastar kind of works, it looks like, kind of. I'll have to ask Bet about this. Is that all the M's? CPR, we don't really have good baselines on yet. Grid, I have to fix. But other than that, yeah. 42. I think I just start going through all of these and adding normalized score variables to everything. So I just go commit whatever I put on here. Yeah. Actually, I might even have details of this. Gonna mess with my box day, and I think this evening should be fine. 8:30 ET. That's about the latest I can do, but yeah, that should work. I also have to reinstall mine because I put Ubuntu server on it. And this box is going to end up being probably going to end up being my personal desktop at the new facility. Unless I just take the box that I'm on currently for that. I'll have to see. Worst case tomorrow afternoon, praying I can get mine working. So the thing that you got to know with that, Spencer, right? It's the NVIDIA Open drivers. So when you go, you have to add the PPA, right? And then Ubuntu drivers should pick up like NVIDIA whatever. And then there are two options. One is not open and the other is open. It says that it's compatible with not open, but it's not. It only works with open. Otherwise, you just like everything just screws up. If you're in a Windows setup, then completely different story. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, no, I just stuck Ubuntu on mine. I got sick of dealing with Windows, so I just stripped Windows off of everything. Heck, I got my new laptop in. I haven't even opened my new laptop yet, but I'm thinking I'm going to even just stick Ubuntu on that. Windows, I'm surprised that there aren't drivers like just working for. That's really weird. But yeah, I figured out that if I don't have Windows on my PC, then I can't play the most addicting games that are the most likely to cause me to spiral out of working good hours. No League, no Valorant. I don't know, I got hit with an Overwatch bug for a few weeks. But then like aside from that, it's been pretty consistent on the work. Our great cookie rewards. Yeah, the problem though is I can't stop playing them. Like there's been a ton of cool new stuff added to RuneScape, but if I start playing that, there goes all of 2025. Literally. It's freaking heroin. Alright, see you, Spencer. Ugh. heck? Uh... Huh. Token must have expired. One moment. Oh, yeah, it literally just expired. Just gotta get me a new token. Okay. We are good with that. Full. Eight. This. All 9 steps. All right. So now, though I probably only have a few minutes here, though I will be back after breakfast and exercise and all that. We really want to start getting normalized score data into stuff. So let's just do Dude, I'm realizing I gotta order my full stream setup stuff to the new place. So I'll have to do a little looking into if I want to buy the same stuff or not. Or if I want to upgrade even more. Okay, so this does not print out normalized score. Even though it's there, because I didn't add it to the binding. Let's fix that. It seems nice. We might want to reorder these metrics and stuff, but like, cool. We like this. Same thing with Enduro. Normalized score. Normalized score should not be 0. I think that this is what I'm going to do for a good chunk of today, though, is I'm just going to like get all this stuff playing nicely and like have nice stats, have all the M's just like good, consistent, all that. And I got to sync up with Bet on what he's done so I don't duplicate any of his work. Bet's been great for like doing these types of things. Yeah, look at that. So now you have this nice norm score. So if I like run a bunch of these M's, I can put them all in the same plot and it'll just work. So this normalized score here should be linked to days completed. And at a ratio of 1 to 10, I believe. Oh, there it is. That's correct. Okay. Yeah, Captain, I got it working very nicely. Let's see what you think about this. So before we had all these with statements, right? And it was nice because you could clearly see like what block is profiling what, but it also really interrupted your ability to read the core code. It was like really disruptive. And also there was just a lot of profiling code. So what I did now is you just add profile tags like this. Note there's not even a decorator here anymore. So you just do profile here. And the only little wrinkle is you have to add this nest equals true to the first one after it, so that you tell it that, hey, we're going to keep using this one. But after that, you just, every time you switch to a new profiling block, you just switch the tag, and every single line gets profiled. It's actually a little faster, a little lower overhead than the previous one, because it only has to call synchronize once, not at the start and at the end of each block. And the code is not all indented under a profile block anymore. It looks like very reasonable code, very normal code. And yeah, that's what I have. And the whole code for this is right here. This is the entire profiler. It just basically makes a stack of profilers, and then you can tell it every time you profile whether you want to switch the profiler, which is the default, or whether you want to keep profiling under the current thing, but also now add a sub-profiler. So this replaces, like, I don't know, 3x this amount of profiling code. It's completed. 0.93, yep, perfect. More readable code, easier to follow since you don't need decorators. Yeah, I think it makes it like very marginally more difficult to see which profile tag is applying to which code, but it makes the whole code way easier to read. And that is my my call. So I'm going to go get breakfast. I'll be back doing this for the whole rest of the day as soon as I get some food and get some exercise. For folks watching, Puffer.ai for all the things. Please star the GitHub. We are like a few stars away from it going up to 2K, so that would be awesome. Join the Discord to get involved, all that, and I'll be back with more dev later.